Hello everyone, this is Doxy Mom and welcome back to my channel. If you haven't done so already, I'd greatly appreciate if you hit that little red subscribe button. You can ring the bell for notifications, and if you like this video, just give it a thumbs up. Well, Miss Indy and we're here today to bring you the news in 15 minutes or less, so let's get started. Now, first, I want to start out with a Trump tweet, and this is what he said. He said, so many amazing things happened over the last 3 days. All, or at least most of those things, are great for the United States. Much was accomplished. So this is wonderful news. We're so glad that he had a great trip and a lot of things happened. Now, my next tweet is from Joe M., and this ties into my last report talking about President Trump meeting Kim Jong-un and how happy Kim was. Well, this is what Joe had to say about that. He says, "You are watching the total liberation of North Korea from the banking cabal. Iran will soon see same, as will every failed state that has suffered so terribly from the poison sting of globalism over the past century. Maggie equates to hashtag peace on earth, so give it a chance." Well said, Joe M. So this evil, it's global. It's been going on for centuries. So this is just your daily reminder to have patience. Now, Dan Bongino tweeted out, he said, Antifa zeros. You're the sorriest bunch of cowards and losers I've ever seen. You attack in packs because individually you're colossal wusses with not an ounce of dignity or courage. How does it feel knowing your parents live in shame that they spawned losers such as yourselves? Now, guys, name calling is not nice, but you know, Jesus did call people, you brood of vipers. And that's exactly what Antifa is, a brood of vipers. Guys, and I believe that these people, one day they're going to look back on their lives and, you know, they're really going to regret this behavior. Because, you know, we all do dumb things when we're young, but most of us don't go out and physically assault people. Just like that poor journalist. His name was Andy No, and he was attacked by at least 8 Antifa criminals this past Friday. He was covering an event, I think it was called Him Too, and it was a rally in Portland, and Antifa members threw milkshakes with quick dry cement in them and other materials, plus they took his GoPro camera, you know, so they stole from him. And he was filming this event with that. And guys, now I'm going to leave a link to the Big League Politics article, but we need to pray for poor Andy's healing because he looked really, really bad. Now, more bad news about Antifa. They are planning an acid attack on the D.C. free speech rally planned for July 6th in Washington, D.C. They are planning on throwing balloons filled with muriatic acid and wax in the faces of the attendees. Guys, this could cause blindness. And apparently this muriatic acid, it will cause minor burns when it hits the skin, but you can quickly wash it off with water and it'll take the burn away. But combining it with the wax, it's going to create a film over the skin, and the burns can become severe. And guys, if it enters the bloodstream, it could cause cardiac arrest. So, the organizer of this free speech event, this Mr. Enrique Torrio, he received these threats from a Telegram channel, and he told Big League Politics, and I quote, "It starts with milkshakes, then it escalates to what happened to Andy, and now they're threatening us with acid attacks. All because we want to defend free speech," end quote. Now, guys, they aren't canceling the rally, so we need to be praying for that. But they are beefing up security. And, you know, we need to be praying for those Antifa people to just get all this hate out of their hearts and change their ways. But now here's the kicker about this man who were making these threats. apparently his handle was Pound on Your Boy, and this was the man who was sending the threats, and they discovered who he was. Guys, his name was Fagan Kuminich. I probably said that wrong, but he's a journalist that works for both Rolling Stone and Playboy and writes many articles and several social media posts that are sympathetic of Antifa. Guys, I apologize about my dogs. I think there's somebody up there at the road. Anyway, now guys, I just pray that the FBI shows up at this Mr. Fagan's house, because these balloons, they could blind people, they could kill people. Lord help us, please help us, Jesus. Now, Breitbart News, they're reporting that the Portland, Oregon mayor, Ted Wheeler, he's under fire, and he should be, for not stopping those Antifa protesters. Now, Ted Wheeler is also the police commissioner of Portland, and he said nothing, absolutely nothing, as hundreds of Antifa just gathered on the streets, throwing milkshakes with dry cement, and other journalists covering the Him Too rally with the Antifa attacks, they described it as chaotic and violent. And the protesters allegedly threw eggs and milkshakes at police officers. And you know, CNN, they have defended Antifa. And I'll leave a link. OAN covered that. But these Antifa members, that guys, they are brainwashed. They're possibly demon possessed, and they're just filled with all this rage and hate, and they just need our prayers. But you know, in Luke 6:27, Jesus tells us that we should love your enemies, do good to those who hate you, bless those who curse you, and pray for those who mistreat you. So just lots of prayers going up, guys, lots of prayers. Now, let's get off of the bad news and on to some good news. Now, JFK Jr., you know, he loved to have fun. He said that a lot. And KelliAnn Hubbard, and apparently she got married. Her last name is Boat right now, but she put out some new videos on Drop Space, and I'll leave the link for that. And Jacqueline Kennedy Onassis, JFK Jr.'s mama, died on May the 19th, 1994. Now, on May 19th, 1997, George H.W. Bush put out a picture and a statement that his dog Millie died on that day. And then JFK Jr.'s plane went missing on July 16th, 1997. You know, 17 says, every dog has its day. So, could that have been a code to someone to plant the bomb on the plane? Then she showed the clip where Phil McConnell is talking to 107, and Phil said that the vice president contenders would be either General Dunford, General Flynn, or JFK Jr. Now, I covered that previously, but she played the clip where Field is talking to Mad Dog. Then Mad Dog answers Field's question by saying, and I quote, "No, it's a case I think Mad Dog's involved with." What? So Mad Dog is talking about Mad Dog? Then Mad Dog goes on to say that George H.W. Bush was in Dallas when JFK was shot. Well, we all know that George H.W. Bush had JFK shot, and according to KelliAnn, Bush Sr. put the bomb, or had somebody put the bomb on Junior's plane. Now, some believe that it was Hillary. So, this is a huge mystery. Then KelliAnn, who thinks that Mad Dog is Junior, and others think it's 107, or, you know, none of the above. But, you know, I'd just love to hear what y'all think about that. So, if you'd like, put down in the comments who you think planted the bomb, either Hillary or Bush Sr., and who you think Junior is pretending to be. Either 107 or Mad Dog, or maybe you have another idea. But I'll leave a link to KelliAnn's Drop Space, And then Jennifer Mack. Now she put out a new video showcasing the channel George, and I'll leave a link. But KelliAnn Kennedy, that's JFK Jr.'s sister, has a son named Jack Scolasberg. And in Jennifer Mack's video, she is comparing Jack's voice to George's voice in this particular video. Now, most of George's videos, they have this strange computerized voice that's kind of hard to understand. But in this particular George video, the voice is different. It sounds more like a person than a computer. And she's throwing it out there that it could be JFK Jr.'s nephew, Jack, as the voice on George. Plus, at the end of the video, the slogan for George's magazine pops up, not just politics as usual. So I will link that George video, and then you might want to go back to another George video so you can hear what it normally sounds like. And I'll leave a link to Jennifer Mack's video. It's all very fascinating, guys. Well, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. I appreciate you tuning in. And until next time, this is Doxy Mom, and God bless you all.